So sunny.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TQM Travels. Today we are back here at the Grand Teton National Park, and today is Lake Day. We're going to be hiking to a bunch of different lakes. Right now we're at the trailhead for the Lupine Meadows Trail, but Bui and Flora are going to be going on a trail to the to Delta Lake. Yeah. It's supposed to be extraordinarily strenuous, a little outside of my skill level, so they're going to go do that one solo, but Bui has the GoPro, so he's going to try to get some video up there, and then I'm going to be heading to a couple of other lakes down here towards the bottom of the mountains. So are you guys prepared for this?
Pray for us.
Yeah, who knows, this might be the last video we see of Bui and Flora back here. She's like, no. All right, so you guys have fun, and then I'm gonna come back and pick you guys up, and then after that we're gonna go to Jenny Lake, so another lake. We have maybe 4 lakes to look at today, so we'll see. All right,
Adios.
Adios. So while Bui and Flora are hiking the Delta Lake Trail, I'm going to be trying to do a couple of lake trails myself. I'm going to try to hike around Taggart's Lake and Phelps Lake, which are pretty close to Delta Lake, but they're going to be more on this ground level. Bui and Flora are actually going to be climbing up the mountains here to get to a glacier lake towards the top. It should have a pretty spectacular view, but I've heard the trail can be pretty tough, and Bui and Flora are definitely much more avid hikers than I am, so I didn't want to slow them down too much, especially with all my heavy camera equipment as well. So I'm going to do some of these easier trails here, but just look at this view right here. It's absolutely amazing. The low clouds are just sort of washing over the mountains. It's really quite cool to see. So here we are now at the first trail that I'm going to be doing today. This is the Taggart Lake Trail. It's about 1.6 miles along what I hear is a pretty flat trail to get to Taggart Lake. And then also, I think you can tack on maybe half a mile or so in order to go to Bradley Lake right next door as well. I might do that. So we'll see how I'm feeling once we get to Taggart Lake, and we'll go ahead and get started now. The Teton range over here now. What a view. So as you can see, I have made it here now to Taggart Lake. The lake is so pretty. It's quite calm. The water is like almost crystal clear. You can see really deep down into the lake. The hike to get here was quite easy, actually. There was the slightest of inclines at the beginning of the trail, but it just flattens out at the top, and it's just a really pleasant walk to make it here to the lake. It's definitely worth it. It's a very easy hike to do. It only took me maybe 30-45 minutes or so. I will say part of the trail can be a bit crowded. It was a little tough to find parking, and then also right when the trail meets the lake, that area can be busy with a lot of people taking pictures, but there are a couple of paths you can take to go around the lake and find a spot like the one I have here. There's no one around. It's really peaceful. So I'm going to probably enjoy a quick sandwich here and just admire the lake for a little while, and then it's about a 1.6 mile hike in order to get to Bradley Lake, so I think I'm going to do it. I still have some energy, and it was super easy, so why don't we go head there next? So I just finished the roll of Lomo Color Negative, so why don't we go a little crazy with some Lomochrome purple here. All right, let's go head to Bradley Lake. I have now arrived here at Bradley Lake. Just like Taggart Lake before, Bradley Lake is also very stunning. The water is crystal clear. It's got a beautiful blue color. You can see the Teton range in the background here. It's breathtaking, honestly. Between the two lakes, I actually don't think I could choose which one is prettier or more picturesque. I think really it's worth coming to both lakes since they're pretty close to each other. I will say the hike up to Bradley Lake from Taggart Lake was a little bit tougher. There's a greater incline to get to this lake, but it wasn't anything unmanageable, and it wasn't too long of a distance as well. So you can sort of see in the background here that there are trails to go around the lake, I believe. Same with Taggart Lake as well. I don't think I'm going to be doing those though. I just got some photos here and at the other lake as well. I think that's going to be good for me today here. So I'm going to begin the hike back to the parking lot, which is about 2.1 miles. We're not going back exactly the same way, so we are shaving off some distance. Now, if I have time when I get back to the car, before I have to go pick up Bui and Flora, I'm going to try to do a quick little hike over to Phelps Lake as well. I don't think that hike is quite as long to get to the lake, so hopefully we can fit it in. Yeah, these hikes were really enjoyable. I wonder how Bui and Flora are doing on theirs.
So we're 45 minutes into the hike. It's pretty strenuous and uphill so far, but making do. But the views are sick. This is for you, Chris. So there's Taggart Lake. That's where Chris is right now. So not too far away. I'm sure he's enjoying that over there. But this view is crazy. So we made it to the 6th switchback, about an hour and 45 minutes to get here, and there's these stairs behind us that we had to climb down, but it's definitely, if you kept going left at the switchback, up at the switchback, that takes you to Amphitheater. But this is the Delta Lake Trail and less maintained, so wish us luck. So yeah, this is pretty strenuous and a lot of rocks to climb over. We've made it to kind of the boulder area, and there's quite a few, I believe it's cairn stones, that help us know that we're going the right direction. So this is the challenging part. So this is what we have to traverse to get to Delta Lake.
That's what I mean, like, and I go down.
And this is crazy. Definitely the craziest hike I've been on. We just made it through that. Flora as a boss. She gets a lot of badass stars today. So keep going. And some more to traverse. Bunch of friendly people helping us, guiding us where to go. So, check out this water feature. And almost to the top. I think less than 0.1 mile. So, almost there. When I said 0.1 miles, it was literally like 100 feet. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. It's beautiful. Flora's here. We made it. Smile.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm dead.
Oh my. Look how clear the water is. Wow. Was it worth it?
Yeah. It'd be worth it if it wasn't as treacherous. Still.
Wow. Check it out. So, one last view. We had some people that were swimming a little bit earlier. It's freezing cold, the water. Wow.
I'm pretty close to the parking lot now. I got a message from Flora and Bui. They are in fact alive. They made it to the top. They're actually descending now. They said they'll probably be back at the bottom at 2:15. I don't actually know if I'll have time to go to Phelps Lake right now. So I'm probably gonna just go to a couple of overlooks real quick near the trailhead for them. And then we'll pick them up and head to Jenny Lake, I believe, after that. All right, we're back here at Jenny Lake now. This time we are here with Bui and Flora again. They finished their hike, they lived. We're on the ferry now to cross the lake, and then we're going to be hiking our way back. So should see some cool observation points on the other side, and it should be fun. All right, so we're on the other side of the lake now. We're going to be doing a little bit of a hike to go check out Hidden Falls, Inspiration Point, and Cascade Canyon. I think it's about 1.5 miles to see all three of those things. And then, due to time constraints, we're going to have to walk back along the lake, which is what, 2 miles?
2.5 miles.
2.5 miles, so hopefully it's pretty flat. Should be pretty flat, I would expect. So here we go. Here now to Inspiration Point. This was about a mile up from the boat dock at the bottom. It was a pretty steady incline all the way up, so it's a little more strenuous than we expected. Flora definitely told us it was 0.1 miles away. That was a little of an underestimation, but it really wasn't too bad. We were all a little extra tired because, you know, I've been hiking for more than a week now. Flora and Bui just finished a very strenuous hike, so maybe a little bit more tired than we were expecting at this point. We are going to continue on about a half mile to Cascade Canyon as well. We skipped over Hidden Falls for now, but we're gonna hit that back on the way down. That's about the halfway point, about half a mile up. So the views up here are spectacular though. You can really get a sense of scale for how big this lake is, and it's really pretty. Just gonna sit back and rest up a little bit before we head over to Cascade Canyon, and we'll see you guys at the tippy top. Well, we made it here to the beginning of Cascade Canyon, which you can see behind me. The views here are breathtaking. It is, oh, it's so gorgeous, honestly. I can't even put it into words. It's really, really pretty. This is probably one of the best hikes that I've done, honestly. It was really not too hard. There was a pretty steep section towards the beginning, but this last third to get to the canyon from Inspiration Point is not too bad. It was a very, very slight uphill. You can see that the trail actually goes on. You can continue down the canyon. I think you can even go towards the top of one of the mountains from this trail, but we are not going to be doing that. This is pretty much our turnaround point because, as you can see, it is starting to get a little bit dark. We got some questionable clouds coming in. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us, but we're going to be walking back down. We're going to hit Hidden Falls on the way back down as well, and then we have to walk 2.5 miles around the lake in order to get back to our car because the ferry is already sailed. There aren't any more ferries to cross the lake. So, but really, this hike is totally worth it. It's about 1.5 miles long. It's not too challenging. There are some steep sections for sure, and it can be tough, but it's totally worth it. The views here are spectacular. So we'll see you guys back down at the bottom by our car. I will say this part of the hike behind me here is a little treacherous. It's a little uneven. There's sort of stairs, not really. You'll find this between the Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. It's really close to Inspiration Point, so once you hit these stairs, then you're really close to that area, but definitely be careful. Hidden Falls, as you can see behind us, and it's not so hidden after all. A little bit of a misnomer, if you ask me. No, the waterfalls are super cool. You get a really nice view of them here, and it's pumping through a lot of water. So we're almost to the bottom now. We're going to continue our trek down, and then, unfortunately, we still have to walk along the bank of the lake. So hopefully we get to the car before it gets dark. We made it safely down here to the Jenny Lake Trail now. This is just a loop trail that wraps around the entire lake. So we're taking the shorter side. It's about 6 o'clock right now. So we have about 1.5 hour, 45 minutes of daylight left. So should be plenty of time to get back to the car. Oh man, we finally made it back to the boat launch. It is 7 o'clock, so it took us about an hour, which isn't too bad. It's still light. Feels good to be done. Oh, we finally made it back to the car. It took us about an hour to get back, so overall though, it was a pretty nice day. We saw some really pretty lakes. Bui, how did you guys like the Delta Lake hike? Was it awesome?
It was
was awesome, totally worth it. Nice. How long did it took you, what, 5 hours pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 hours. Nice. If you're more into hiking like they are, more than me, then it sounds like that's a awesome hike to do. The lake does look super pretty. I'm really excited to see the footage that they took with the GoPro. I enjoyed the lake hikes that I did. They were pretty easy to do, and I really, really liked this hike up to the Cascade Canyon. The views up there are spectacular. That still is probably one of my favorite hikes that I've ever done. So that's gonna be it for this episode. We'll be back in the park a little bit tomorrow. I don't actually know exactly what our plans are because part of the day is gonna be spent with Bui and Flora doing engagement photos. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I don't know what the whole plan is, but we'll figure something out. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you haven't yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And also don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. And until next time, guys, cheers.